It's going to be very tough. You know, we're looking at temperatures possibly down to -60.
Your fingers will start to freeze and fall off, you know, if you leave them out of the gloves for long. That's not a joke.
If this thing packs up, we're in the middle of nowhere at extreme temperatures and we won't survive.
I think for most of the guys, it's right on the limit of what the human body can really cope with.
Temperatures can be up to, say, 50 degrees in the shade, and dehydration can happen in minutes.
It is vast, and if you were to mess up out there, you're not coming home.
Being a motorcycle racer, I'm used to dangers, but this is way out of my comfort zone.
I'm excited at the prospect of adventure, period. And when there's cars thrown into the mix, it just makes it even more enjoyable.
This expedition is going to put every single one of us in harm's way.
The nearest helicopter is over 1,000 kilometres away. It will not come and get us. It's going to be very tough. You know, we're looking at temperatures possibly down to -60. Now, most people think the North Pole is probably the coldest place, but temperatures there are somewhere between -30 and -40 at the most, purely because you're always surrounded by relatively warm water.
There are strict rules to survival, you know, which are really basic. Your fingers will start to freeze and fall off, you know, if you leave them out of the gloves for long. That's not a joke.
It's going to be hard. It's getting colder, we're going higher, and more wind, more open spaces, and no help.
See that? It's a little bit chilly, but hopefully we'll make it through the night.
Yeah.
Good night. Spasiba.
We're heading off into the mountains. There's always a risk of avalanches and rock slides. There are some pretty gnarly bridges up there that we've got to cross.
Yesterday we had a recorded temperature in Omnicon, where we're going to, of -68, which is only 3 degrees off the coldest temperature ever recorded there.
I think for most of the guys, it's right on the limit of what the human body can really cope with.
I got thirsty and I couldn't find water nowhere because everything is...
This is how cold it is here. Your toes were not cold, no?
Those are the only things that were warm.
You know what? Because why?
Why?
It's they were on my face.
Okay, so apparently we're going to catch a bubble. What's that? See that?
Does it break? No.
It's solid. This is hot water, and the idea is that it should turn to snow before it hits the ground. It's absolutely solid. It was snow. I've just been snowed on.
My face is frozen, I can't smile anymore.
We've chosen this Nissan because it's one of the few vehicles that you can actually get which is still a very basic vehicle. It has no electronics in it. Wind-up windows, naturally aspirated 4.2 litre diesel engine, so masses of power under the bonnet. Being able to keep the occupants in the vehicle safely heated at -50 degrees, and equally being able to keep the engine running at an operating temperature is going to be a big challenge for us. So what we've done is we've chosen a Webasto heater, which is a great big diesel-powered heater which runs independently of the engine, and that's going to give us extra heat into the engine itself through the cooling system. The roof lining's being pulled out, the side panels have been pulled out, and we've stuffed it full of insulation. On the floors, we've actually taken the whole mat up and we put foil down and felt, which is a thick 30mm felt, to give us a huge amount of insulation there. And in order to get this vehicle really safe, we fitted a custom-built roll cage. So we're going to upgrade the suspension, stronger springs, better shock absorbers. And lastly, the most important thing is the grip on the road. And then the only way we're going to achieve that is by putting specialized snow tires on. We've insulated the battery. This is a gel battery. The fuel system's got actually a heater on it. So this will warm the fuel as it comes in. And if we leave the engines running all night, we've actually got a warning system over here that if the engine should cut out, we'll actually be able to hear this buzzer. You lose most of the heat coming out through the top of the engine as it rises up. So we'll put this thick felt blanket across the engine. Literally like you cover yourself with a duvet, we're going to keep this engine so it traps all the heat from escaping. Simple, but very effective. Something we've had to do here in Yakutsk is actually double glaze the windscreens. And these guys are amazing the way they do it. Literally they took another windscreen, a bit of insulation to give you an air gap, and it gets stuck onto the windscreen. Never have I seen this done anywhere else.
I think it's okay. It's four-wheel drive and good tires, so it goes anywhere. That works.
Yeah, that works.